Hello everybody, today we will continue the rest of the night a long, long way. We're on chapter 3.
Are you sure you won't come with me, Capitan?
Lilia, long time no see. Wait, really, she wasn't on chapter 9. You're on 10. You joined me a long time. Hi Lilia, how are you doing? At a long rest, Lilia is up for her next mission.
Admiral Som assigned this mission to you personally, not the whole team. Besides, Madame Z asked me to stay in the headquarters.
Isn't it going to be boring waiting around here? The Storm Reformation Directive said Team Timekeeper isn't subject to the Foundation's orders. We can go wherever we want.
Yet it also says the Timekeeper is still bound by Madame Z's orders, Lilia.
Ugh. So frustrating.
Riley is up against her freedom-loving impulses.
I thought I'd finally be able to show you what things are really like out on the steppe. It's going to be a view to remember.
We'll have other chances.
Yeah, I suppose a view like that doesn't change much no matter what era it is. Anyway, any idea when they're going to set you loose again?
I think it will have to wait until after the tension clears.
What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard about the doves and the hawks?
We got birds now? Nah, I just got back from vacation.
Lilia is a mood.
Let me guess. Same thing as ever. Politics. Go on. Just tell me enough so I know who to blast if someone kidnaps Vertin again.
Simply put, the committee has split into two factions on the Foundation's course of action, the Doves and the Hawks. The Doves insist on seeking peace through diplomacy, hoping to secure advantages in the post-war political landscape.
Uh-huh. And the Hawks?
They believe that the governments we're dealing with have been infiltrated too deeply by Manus Vindictae, so diplomacy is off the table. They want to take more direct action by arresting any high-ranking military and political figures suspected of collaborating with the Manus.
Really? I would have never thought we'd do something like that. Efficient, the kind of plan I like, but also like it could be the mother of all messes.
Precisely. That's why the Doves prevailed, at least for now.
Ella shakes her head. She's had enough of politics for one day.
Complicated. So what side you on, Capitan?
I'm not on any side.
Burton, the classic centrist. um, the pressure time. She mounts her SU-01B.
No matter then. I'm on your side. Daskorova!
Dicha roar, flame dream shoots out a blast of air, and soon enough, the season pilot vanishes from the sky.
People are dying out there. We have to reduce the number of decision makers. We can't afford any delays. I need all the faction leaders to reach an agreement before the committee meeting starts.
That's why Petra and Irenai were here.
Yes, it was not an easy task to persuade Erinai, but we did it.
Good. But I'm not on either side. It seems like there's no need for me to stay. Why are you keeping me around?
I have my reasons, as I'm sure you expect. The Storm Reformation Act won't keep you and your team secure forever, Vertin. The final result of this meeting, whatever it is, will change many things. That may mean more latitude and resources for your team. Then again, it could mean the exact opposite. Anyway, if you intend to seize anything from this opportunity, you'll need to stay until the meeting's over.
Time to go, Sonato.
Quite the takeoff. That must have been
Caius!
Lieutenant Lilia, wasn't it?
Please be playable. Please. I'm sorry. I really like him. She turns and red hair man enters the frame. I know he looked like Gabe, but that's why I like him. Because he looks exactly like Gabe.
Have I got it right, Timekeeper?
You have.
You must be Mr. Caius, the captain of the 12th.
Seems you're already acquainted then.
Yeah, I am very acquainted with you.
I've read the report on the Antarctic operation. Your name was mentioned.
Yeah, like I said, he was on the last chapter. He just like appeared on like a picture like the very end. So that may mean he's not playable because that happened with Igor too. He appeared and Igor is not playable. He may be bad. So I thinking he might not be playable, which sucks. But like literally the same thing happened with Igor. Like he showed up at the final chapter before the new arc started, and Igor didn't become playable. And Caius, same thing. He shows up before the new chapter, so which means likely he won't be playable. I think Marsha might be the one that becomes playable later because like her name is the third one, and the third name is like normally playable. Like Akanya. Akanya, when chapter 6 came out on the poster, her name was the third, and she became playable later. Marsha, I think, is almost guaranteed to be playable later, which I really like her too, but I wish Caius was the player one, not her. But whatever. Caius now to Sanito intact before adopting a more guarded impression.
I've been reading up on you. Just a few choice selections from your after-action reports before our Antarctic expedition. Seems we have you and your team to thank for thwarting many a wicked scheme hatched by Manus Vindicte in previous storms. Shame we couldn't put a stop to Arcana's revival, too. Now look at the dog's breakfast of an era we stepped into.
I don't think he betrayed us though, because it doesn't really go with his character. Like he really don't like the Manus, for what I see him. A communication request comes through the exact moment. And so he might die if we don't become playable. And I don't want it. Sorry, but I didn't like him. He's like my favorite character of this chapter. From like looks. Price but to speak up again. But let's let go.
I do hope we'll have the chance to cooperate more closely in the future. Feel free to call on me if you find yourself in need, Timekeeper.
Thank you, Mr. Creus. I'm afraid further introductions will have to wait. We're called elsewhere.
The brief encounter ends. Caius remains where he is, presenting his communicator.
Speak.
I passed along our intel about Manus Vindicte's possible infiltration of the safe zone. Anyone's guess if they're gonna do a damn thing about it.
I think this is ep3, the one that has like in the Hawk faction. So yeah, more signs that he would not be playable.
And Marsha was seen leaving the safe zone with an odd-looking German soldier.
Any idea where she's heading?
I kept my distance. Didn't want to risk exposure.
Should I have any concerns about it?
Whatever he is, I don't get the impression he's with the Manus. He came up from the lines, started a conversation, and just like that, they started walking away.
Oh, they're talking about Karen.
You're jumping at shadows, Chris. Ever since Antarctica, it seems like you've been imagining phantom oil stains on everyone we meet.
A little mark unanswered. On the other end is a clear
All the same,
perspective.
keep an eye on her.
And take my eyes off the town. What about searching for those infiltrators?
The Foundation has enough security on site to keep things in check.
Yeah, right. Let's just hope those Haferbrains can do their job. Haven't Merrill and Paravian been transferred to HQ?
I hope you weren't expecting a hand. I need them for my field mission as soon as our application is approved.
Still waiting for that? They haven't learned to trust you yet?
Focus on your mission, Yamalai.
Not many of us have any real idea what it's like to view the trenches from above. But in my haunted dreams and flashes of imagination, I picture them as claw marks. I keep returning to that thought over and over again. The image of some terrible monster ripping the earth apart with its claws. Then we hide, trembling like maggots in the wounds it leaves behind.
Here.
Hi, Marsha. Like I said, I'm really happy she be Bill because I really like Marsha. Personality, or what I've seen, kind of stuff sharing out over the woods. Only just beginning to abandon this slope on the bears, the Scarlet Changesburg, and the trilogy. So I'll be pulling for her if she does become playable. But I think she's like 90% will become playable.
It is quiet enough, but the dead may come to outnumber the empty lodgings below.
She may even be the limited. They normally don't do this. They only did it with Lucy. Like you know that they exist before the chapter. For anniversary, I mean, because also Kimberly. But that's different because that was not limited for anniversary. But yeah, they only did that with Lucy. It's quite enough. But then
I wouldn't have thought the dead mind having neighbors. The real trouble is how far it is from the clinic.
he left the gaze straight from the hills to Marsha, setting on her armor.
There is something about you. A contradiction lying under cloth and steel.
I know what you want to ask. Yes, I was a knight once.
Oh, cool. She brings the question one she'll learn to expect.
Like other arcanists, I was enlisted in a special unit and sent to the front as soon as the war started. This armor is only a habit. I'm a medic now. It's not much for protection. Modern bullets go through steel this thin like paper. But I want to remember.
So yeah, I really like her personality. She's such a good character.
Only in death does the duty end. Yet you live again with the Foundation.
Noch eine deiner Fragen? Diesmal werde ich dir keine Antwort geben.
He stumbles at her retort, a clumsy soldier stuck in the mud.
There was no ill intent. The ways of this war do not fall upon your shoulders. Our path is not chosen, nor can it be escaped. The end to our war is found in the grave.
I know. Death shouldn't be the only way a soldier like you can find peace.
Masha glances back. The view of Morpings is blocked by dense forest.
I'm needed back at the clinic.
And there is work to be done here. Please, hear this apology. You have chosen a noble path.
I like Aaron though. He's my second favorite. I think I'm saving every poo I have for him. That is safe son. The first round of dogs has concluded. Colonel, he's the Frau, exits the building, draped in Foundation banners. Adjusting officer flanks him tightly, like Remora swinging beside a shark.
This meeting is over.
His side drapes a coat over his shoulder. The colonel moves to sour. His eagerness to end the talks is obvious. Commissioner Petro follows at a respectful distance while stating proper decorum.
Our proposal really is in everyone's best interest. Please, give it a bit more thought, Colonel.
Our best interest, yeah? You have failed to convince me. All I see is the insistence that we pretend this war is not going in our favor.
I think he might be with the Manis, because it's very Manis-like.
And I will have no more of these ridiculous conspiracies concerning Manus Vindicte.
Yeah, there's something Manis is about to say.
Our war and our victory have nothing to do with this terrorist organization, or cult as it may be. The decisions of His Imperial Majesty's government will only align with a rational assessment of the facts at hand.
We fully understand your concerns.
Words without action.
Would you at least consider a temporary truce? Keep your forces at the front, but halt all active military operations.
The military delegates under
There are two sides to every truce, Herr Negotiator. Our enemy has yet to show any hint of sincerity.
You are referring to the assassinations.
Do these Schweinehunde have any honor? Sending their snipers after our high rank?
Time freezes. A plume of crystals blow out of the colonel neck. Stucco harvests thumb in a rising crescendo. In the mid-distant, booming crack of blood.
Oh, what the?
Time melts back into mission. Clouds of rock. Feet thunder. Weapons fire off at shadows. The dog feels something dark in his color. The post.
Take cover, Mr. Pedra!
Oh, your dice door is gonna falling off.
Kopfschütze!
Chaos rounds out all else.
Sanitäter! Der Oberst wurde getroffen! Wir brauchen einen Sanitäter! Los, bringt den Oberst in die Klinik!
Before assigning course attacks to your sovereignness, and send you to through background checks. 16 squad roster copy. Paravayan Vigo, age 19, race human, graduating for the Sunny Sino Arms Academy, served as video officer with the BS Bureau under the direct command of Cryas, and contributed to the resolution of multiple legal cases, later transferred to Squad 16. The most devoted member of Cryas' circle, he combines passion and bravery with a concerning level of idealism. The squad morale would be undoubtedly suffer if the loyalty were betrayed. Jermolai, Hound, age 37, race human, background, civilian, appeals brought into Page's Bureau via Cryas' personal recommendation. He was a video officer to participate in several classified operations, later transferred to 16 squad. He was Maro Lagbiar, age 16. Who let people this young? Race Arcanist, background. A storm operator taken by the Foundation, educated at SPDM, an organization provided by Cryas to intern at the biggest bureau. They transferred to Squad 12, SPDM. He never had much vision for rule followers, since even Cryas knows 12 needs arcane talent. Though, judged by her grades, his standards aren't exactly demanding. P.S. Need 5 euro recruitment slot open for 12. There is a room of flexibility when conducting reviews. Returning Lydia's hip during Sao Paulo is somewhat facilitated by more deer. A key figure among the rebels' forces were full to see the appendix containing the report submitted by Lieutenant Lydia. Following the completion of Sinoam Academy and started restructuring, they have initiated a throughout review of his special personnel to clarify the circumstances during the rebellion to prevent other incidents under those circumstances. It is advised that Lieutenant Ryan remains at the Foundation headquarters for further investigation, rather than joining Team Timekeeper Australian deployment. This month's interrogation transcript and included as attachments. This month's interrogation show Lieutenant Lilia growing impatient with the process, though she continues to provide necessary cooperation when comparing statements from senior special personnel files with the interrogation records. There are still multiple inconsistencies that require further verification. This month's interrogation transcript are included as attachment. Conclusion: no further action recommended on Lieutenant Lilia's file. Summary: none. This review has been terminated unexpectedly, and I must emphasize that no additional information will be provided regarding this decision. I append this note solely to remind all reviewing officers that our responsibility ends with following the directives. Nothing else matters. Your dedication during this 2-month process is appreciated. This document will be shortly disposed of following initial internal distribution. Let's do chapter 4 too. Cause that ended on like let's do chapter 4. Cliffhanger, there you go. Having parted ways with the courageous gravedigger, the knight continues back to the Foundation safe zone. Tango brushes Rosa, sharpening her mind into alarm, but as her hand twitches to her side, a small and timid creature hops out.
Nur ein Hase. Wie schön, dass Sie zurückgekehrt sind.
He is in some way hopeful. If the hares can return, perhaps 2 people, flowers, life. Bam. The sound is unmistakable, and yet she questions herself.
Was that a gunshot?
She drops low, seeking a source, scanning, placing the sound.
From the safe zone.
Battle home senses trying to pick up the smallest detail. Beep beep. The abrupt alert tone startles her upright and out of cover.
No ID. But it has to have come from someone in the Foundation.
He hits the connect
Marsha,
button.
right?
Who are you?
No time to explain. Just listen.
Yeah, I think this is ep3, the like Hawk person, and he's working under Cryus, which means Cryus is probably also a Hawk. I think the Hawk is gonna be like the bad guys later on. They will not work with the Menace, but like Martin will not be with them because I think this whole like arc is going like anti-war. So yeah, I mean, Cryus is not gonna be playable. At least I hope he'll be playable. But I don't know, he might be.
Colonel Hirschfelder was just assassinated getting into his car right after the parley. The shot went clean through his neck, severed the carotid artery.
The Colonel's dead?
Yeah, but the important thing is that the shot came from the forest, somewhere near your location.
How do you know where I am?
Just take cover. I'll call again when it's safe.
Does she have like a tracker or something?
Who on earth are...
The cut is cut. Massazuchi to the guys to silent and set away. Stunned.
With the Colonel dead, there isn't much hope for the peace talks.
She repeats the message under her breath, her mouth dry.
Can't worry about that now. The sniper may still be here.
She seeing thumbs with shock at the willpower. The other's training has taught her how to manipulate her emotions, controlling them right out the flow of hormones. There are also taught her not to sit and wait for death.
All I have is this pistol. Still, a bullet is a bullet. I'll just need to get close.
Retrieving her weapon, she waves silently between thick 3 trunks and then sharps to offer concealment, including her way back to more punks. Or bait. Between the branches of foliage, she spies armed figures in the distance.
Over there.
Who's there?
Everyone will be having spotted too. On it, and she's slung downward. A bullet escapes a long gasp across her chest.
Small caliber. 5 of them. 2 with machine pistols. Their uniforms, unclear in origin.
Come out!
A flurry of follow-up shots shed Barton's camp, hitting her armor with flesh blood. But she leans on her turning, blowing her heartbeat to limit her bleeding, maintaining focus.
Need to leave one alive. Now, to get a little closer.
Playtime, boys and girls.
I just got Jay outfit. He looks really good now.
There! A white robe!
Sorry.
Looks like a medic? She's alone. Take her out!
Never underestimate your enemy, gentlemen.
Time to let our muscles do the talking.
Pause. That was certainly a
You're
choice.
headed for a dead end, pal.
Our victory comes in a tide of blood.
Hold on!
There don't seem to be too good in this chapter people. This chapter is all about like throwing out blood and damage a few targets. I just never know the best. But I have to be a good fan.
Fuck! He's down, boss! I should have known the bitch would be a distraction.
Who made that shot?
No calling Marshall that.
Retreat! Let's keep things
Down. Agreed.
Buckle up, Buttercup. I ain't going easy on you.
Say sorry, miss. Our blood will burn.
Yeah, there you go.
Your first-hand experience is our best.
Her ambusher falls one by one. Masha picks out of the cover, unable to identify their
Black uniforms.
uniforms.
Can't tell who they might be. Perhaps the Manus? Never mind. Who is it that helped me? Could you...
I think it's a sniper. While Masha is pondering this, a few dry leaves land on top of her head. And yeah, I think it's gonna be something else.
Cast your eyes up.
Huh?
He looks up to behold the clouded figure hiding in the treetop branches. Her rescuer bears a rifle, heavy caliber scope with distinct markings, the weapon of a sniper. A dangerous influence is surrounding her mind. So Masha begins tentatively flee.
Was it you who shot these men? Do you know who they are?
She feels that the question not only pebbles lot too likely to reach the research the priest stranger.
You must have something more to say. Why bother showing yourself otherwise?
Tell me, what is it that the Foundation concerns itself with here?
That's no secret. We're working on a parley to end this war. But one of the representatives has just been assassinated. These soldiers dressed in black could be our culprits.
Yeah, no, I think it's something who did it.
No. They were sent forth to protect Hirschfelder, though they tarried too late.
Wait, you know Hirschfelder? Do you have any idea who shot him?
I did.
You... you...
As the smoke sending her eyes, blinding her vision.
Why?
Vindicte? No. The Field Marshal will not entertain such a thing. You've simply conjured up some invisible enemy to achieve your goals. We can conclude only this, that our enemy agreeing to this parley was only a ruse, and that the assassination of our colonel was meant to sow fear in our ranks. We will not yield to such a contemptible tactic. They have chosen war, and we will answer in kind.
9 said abruptly, leaving no room for negotiation. Vision and Teacher ripples through the office, temper like a pot ready to boil.
The assassination in Montpellier has been a serious blow to our global efforts. Many nations have withdrawn from our peace talks in response.
Did we lose anyone?
No. Our investigators on the scene confirmed they heard just a single gunshot at a time. We do have a confirmed sighting of the shooter.
Yes, I heard. Yet they didn't fire on her, which means our shooter isn't likely to be with the Manus.
The chief of staff nods in agreement and lays out the situation at hand.
The Hawks have reacted strongly to this incident. They're calling for the Foundation to enter a state of war readiness again. Iron Knight gave quite a speech at our last meeting. It's clear the moderates are wavering over to his side.
The vice president sits a chess piece on his desk, conflicted, rose in a slow arc.
True, but there are still things we can do to maintain the balance. We must consider violence our last resort. Send a special unit to Montpellier. I need to figure out what really happened.
Reezer is on a mission at the Eastern Front. They won't be back in contact for several days. There are 3 squads presently available for deployment. Codenames Metaphor, Almond, and Minerva. But I don't believe any of them are suitable for this mission. We're left with only one option. The newly founded 12.
That's Craeus's team. I'm sure he'd be eager to buff up his resume with this mission. He's eager to prove himself.
All the members of the 12 used to work for Craeus at the Visuals Bureau. Their experience could be useful for this mission.
Also, he used to be on Langdue organization.
Many of the arcane crime cases they cracked involved the Manus.
I understand he's been seen in the company of several prominent Hawks. He even spoke with Erenai several times.
Okay, this is very hard to be playable though, because it, just like May said, like, that means we can have some hugs on peace too.
Are you suggesting his policy leanings could pose a problem?
On the contrary, he'll make a fine choice, precisely because his appearance at the front line will calm the Hawks' nerves.
Understood.
Tell Craeus he and his team will set off in 2 hours.
Never mind. I'll let him, I hope he be playable. And God, I'm torn, like, 1, 2, 7. But that was all. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.